the coach of the Michigan State Spartans basketball program, fresh off of the big win in Ann Arbor. Tom Izzo back on the program. How are you, Coach?
I'm good, Rich, and I appreciate you, man. I know that had to be you probably didn't eat when you got home. Wife wouldn't cook, kids wouldn't do anything, but it was a big win for us. And as you know, Michigan's got a very good team,
I
too.
do.
But you would be impressed with this, Rich. John and I talked about it before the game. I mean, it's not many times that two programs in the same state are ranked. I mean, Duke, Carolina does it. Sometimes Louisville and Kentucky. But I think Michigan State now, two teams ranked in the top 10, and it really was a great first half. I mean, 39-37. It was a lot of points scored, and the second half got a little crazier. But big win for us. I know you can't be happy if you be honest, but I know, like I said, I'm respectful of my opponent, my rival opponent. Respectful.
I know that, and you're a little gleeful because you got the Northern Michigan in you, and you're like as close to Mariucci as ever. And he texted me. It took him literally 5 seconds to text me. It's okay though, but you got this kid Cassius Winston, man. He is so special, and you made him a captain this week, which you don't ordinarily do. You did it yourself with obviously Joshua Langford down for the season. What caused you to do that in this week, Coach?
You know, when we lost Langford, that was one thing, and then we lost Ward, and Cassius could have been a captain. I mean, you know, the players vote, and it wasn't that he didn't get voted by him. It's just that Cassius is loved by everyone, but maybe not as outward as some guys, you know, maybe in that respect. But when Nick Ward went down too, I just said to myself, you know, Cassius already scores the points and makes the assists and probably coaches the team and makes the popcorn. Why shouldn't he be captain too? And I think we really needed that. I think it will help him. I think it will help us. So I did something I haven't done, and I think he responded. At least he played very well. He really did. But I'm gonna tell you, you know, your guys got a good team. It was they didn't shoot as well as they've been shooting till the very end, and you know, they actually took some things away that we do well. They out-rebounded us the first half. We got them a little back the second half. I think the major thing for us, Rich, we're a kind of a high turnover team. They're one of the lowest in the country. And in this game, we only had 6. I think they had 8 or 9. And I thought that was one of the big keys to the game.
Now, is it true the last time you did name the captain yourself was involved Draymond Green in 2009? That's what I'm reading about this.
Yeah,
is that the last time you did it?
I think that was, to be honest with you. And he was, but, you know, some years we voted, some years we didn't. We voted the last 5 or 6 years. I mean, some years we voted the coaches and the players. Some years it was just the players. And there's 1 or 2 years where I just appointed him, and I think that was the last time. And he's a little different personality than Draymond.
Yes. Well, certainly if you're saying that Cassius isn't
really needed, but Cash and Dre are they're a little different personalities, but they both helped me win a lot of games, so I love both of them.
Yeah, I bet. So what did you see? It certainly looked like you were switching out on that three-point arc quite a bit defensively. What did you see in Michigan that you thought you needed to shut down? Was that it, Coach?
See, that's why I don't trust you, Rich, even though I love you and I know Mariucci double loves you. You're trying to get a scouting report,
March
and
9th.
I play him again in 10 days.
March 9th.
And you think because of my Northern Michigan degree, I'm that dumb to give you that. You're insane. But, we tried to do some things that we saw, and they tried to do something. I think John said it after the game. He said the next time we play them, they have a week off between us. So knowing John, he'll have 7,000 new plays and probably coverages. So, it's going to be a little tougher deal when we get him in our place.
You saw through
Nice
that.
try, though, Rich. That was pretty good.
What is your relationship with Beeline? Let's dig into that a little bit, Coach. What do you got for me on that?
Honestly, I have a good relationship. It bothers all the people, both on our side and his. I think that I would say I hate Michigan. Well, you hate Michigan State. It doesn't mean you don't respect us. It's just what a rivalry is. You can't love your rival. But I do respect my rival, and I have great respect for John. He's, I think that the coolest part of this, to be serious for once, is you get two programs in the top 10 that have done it the right way. There's no, he's a by the book guy, and I think I am too. And for that, I hope the people in this state appreciate, what's been accomplished. It's not like we're all getting the top recruits in the country every year, but I think players get better in our programs. And so I think our personalities are a little different. Similarities are pretty much the same. And he even went ahead and bought a place up on a lake in northern Michigan. I think he's trying to be a Youper.
Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. I'd love to get your take on the Zion Williamson conversation that's been going on nationally since his shoe exploded during the Duke-UNC game, that he shouldn't play anymore. There's some who think that there's too much money on the line, and the young man might actually do what a lot of college football players have been doing lately of note, saving themselves for the draft. What do you think of when you hear that?
Well, the dry sense of humor side of me said, good, don't play.
Right.
Give somebody else a chance to win a championship this year because they're pretty good. But the real side of me says, are you crazy? This thing is getting insane. I thought Charles Barkley, I don't know if you like him, heard him, but he was on the other day, and he was appalled by the whole thing. And, I don't walk off out of the door and think I'm going to get hit by a car. It could happen. I don't live every day worrying about dying. It could happen. I realize in football there's some more injuries that are normal, but I think if you become just where you live your life for money, I'm not sure you'd have a very happy life either. I still remember when Magic came back here when I was a GA. He still lived in Lansing in the summer, and he played every day here, He played pickup games. Those are the craziest games you could play, and then they're blaming the shoe. It was a problem. We wear the same shoes. We haven't had a problem ever, some of these things are just media driven. In fact, you're in the media, but I can tell you wouldn't be one of those guys that would drive that stuff.
No, I said, Coach, that we don't know what he's saying, and a lot of people are filling the void with whatever they think he should be saying or thinking. And I said he should play still because you only get one. You only get one shot at playing for Duke or playing in college basketball. But then again, like I said, it's not my money. That said, though, Barkley did say, as you point out, he said players play. He played for many years.
Well,
and, that's what he said.
You know what, Rich? The funny part is, and you know Mooch really well, but there's not a time. I talked to him just yesterday, of course, on the way home, but there's not a time that we get together, and the first thing we go to, we both made pretty good money. We both had our own fame in some ways that has been pretty good, like you, but the first thing we talk about is, wouldn't it be great to go back to college? Or we get up to Northern for something, and let's go over to the trailer park and visit where we lived for 3 years, It is still, God, and I think some of these kids are missing out on some of the greatest times. And I understand why. I understand the whole deal. But, for a lot of them, it doesn't work out. And, this kid, it's going to work out. But if he wasn't playing in a game, he'd be working out, and he could come to the same jump stop and the same thing happen. I just don't believe you live your life that way. Easy for me to say because I don't have a son, that's that good. I'm trying to have him marry a girl that's that good, and she makes the money, but it ain't happening right now, But I just wouldn't want to live my life that way.
Were you guys in on Zion recruiting him, Coach?
No. I don't think us or Michigan was. I think, alums like you and some others, you aren't paying us good enough to be able to get the guys like that. I'm just kidding.
I know.
He was a very good player, but kind of a little bit above our, our norm.
All right, before I let you go, Coach Tom Izzo, as always, whenever you are on the show, I reach out to Mariucci. I'm like, anything I should ask? Anything you think I should ask? He actually gave me some things. Okay, you ready for them?
I can't wait.
Okay, here. Yeah. This is great. First one up. There's 4 of them. First one up. Why does he play the accordion and he only knows like 2 Christmas songs, Up on the Housetop and something else. Who does that? Is that true?
Yeah, Jingle Bells, man. It's the other one. I got those 2 down. Who does that? A guy that plays the accordion once a year for his crazy radio show that I do, once a week, and I have my team come in and sing. I'm trying to get into the Christmas spirit. A lot of times around here, people think I'm Scrooge, and I'm not. So I'm trying to get into the Christmas spirit, and it all started with me and Mariucci, because we couldn't get dates, having to go to the Christmas dinner when we worked at Northern Michigan, and everybody brought a date. I brought him. He sat on my shoulder. I played the accordion. He collected the money, and that's how we survived.
Are you
video of this?
I'm serious.
Is there video of this? Is there a photograph of this?
Oh. He wasn't sitting on my shoulder. I mean, it's not that weird, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was
Sure,
him
no.
and I. And
Okay.
I had a talent. He had no talent. In fact, he did nothing but sit there.
I bet.
And I at least played the accordion.
All right, here's another one. He's, quote,
Okay.
Here's you go. His mom is now 92, I think, and Dorothy still goes to some games.
Yep.
Is that true?
Yeah, she was just here for the last 2 games before we went to Ann Arbor. She was here for a week, and my son's a senior in high school, and she went to one of his games, and then she went to mine, 92, doing strong, still drives. She's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then the other one, he said that your son Steven is going to be a Spartan next year. Is that it? Is he coming to Michigan State?
Yeah, he's going to come here, and who knows? Just be around his dad. I said it's going to be my chance to make up for a lot of lost time that you don't get, but that's Mooch's godson, so I'm hoping he's paying the bill.
Okay, so that leads me to my last one, which kind of brings us all full circle in this entire conversation, Tom Izzo, where you say you have respect for your in-state rival. Here's the last one.
Yes, sir.
He is the godfather to my daughter, Brielle. When she got accepted to Michigan, it took me a month to figure out how I would break the news. Is that true?
It did. It did. He kind of told it to me sheepishly, because Steve's dad actually went to Michigan State, if you can believe that.
Oh,
but
sure.
He told it to me sheepishly, and then I think he talked her out of it, and she went to Boston College.
I know she didn't go. I know she didn't go, but I mean,
that was pretty good, though, wasn't it?
but as you know, I mean,
going to do that.
as you know, Michigan offers a fine education, turns people into fine citizens of the world.
That wholeheartedly. I have great respect for them and for you, my man. And
right back at you.
How kind of you to call me after a big win by us, but that's the class you showed
Well,
too, and I appreciate that.
As you know, we were up 6 when I said go get him. That's what I thought, but it's all good. Congrats.
Can you believe, though, we play him again? I mean,
Yeah, that's
I
kind of
don't
strange.
like that, where you play him twice within like 13 days, but I think it kind of talks about the rivalry, Duke and Kentucky, Duke and Carolina are doing the same thing. So maybe if we both can last a few years, we'll start something here that'll carry on. So when your son goes to Michigan State someday, he can participate in that rivalry.
Well, he'll have
turning over right now at home.
I know he'll have the pajamas. I know that. Hey, Coach, thanks for calling in. Congrats on the win.
Rich.
Congrats on the win. And
I appreciate you,
love
man.
chatting with
Take
you.
care, buddy.
Right back at you. There you go. There's Tom Izzo.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.